Step into a single guy's flat at 8 p.m. Tuesday. Silence hits you like a wall. Society loves to look at a man living alone in his 30s, 40s, or 50s and slap a label on him. He's lonely. He's emotionally closed off. He must be waiting for real life to start. Truth is, millions of men today aren't living alone by accident, failure, or bitter withdrawal. They're choosing it as a deliberate psychological trade-off. We're unpacking the hidden psychology of men who thrive in solitude and the 5 deep shifts that happen when a man builds his life from the ground up. Why stay solo? Blame our brain's built-in "don't risk my peace" switch, what economists label loss aversion. Think about the most stressful relationship you've ever witnessed or survived. Coming home from a 10-hour shift only to step into an emotional minefield where the tone of your voice or a forgotten task turns into a 2-hour trial. When you've lived through that level of constant emotional static, your nervous system learns something permanent. Peace isn't a luxury, it's fuel. Once a man feels that calm, the bar to enter his life shoots up. He's not anti-partner, he's just done trading calm for chaos. If bringing someone into his world threatens that core tranquility, he instinctively chooses his own company every single time. Ever felt that shift yourself where calm became more addictive than company? Drop a quick comment below. Psych nerds call it an internal locus of control. The belief that you, and only you, are responsible for the outcomes of your day. Men who build a life alone develop a distinct rhythm of self-reliance. They cook their own meals. They handle their own finances without committee meetings. They decide when to rest and how their weekend unfolds. Psychs even have a label for it, the autonomy loop. When you don't outsource your domestic or emotional needs to anyone else, you stop needing a partner to complete the practical side of your life. When a man reaches that level of total self-sufficiency, dating shifts from a need to a preference. He isn't looking for someone to save him, fix him, or run his household. And that level of independence completely changes who and what he's willing to entertain. This brings up the question, are these men just emotionally numb? Not at all. Research into emotional maturity shows that men living comfortably alone often possess high self-awareness. They've retired from performative games, done jumping through artificial hoops, chasing status symbols, or managing someone else's unhealed insecurities just to avoid being single. A buddy of mine once put it perfectly. I'd rather eat a quiet steak alone than sit through a 4-course dinner pretending to be someone I outgrew 10 years ago. That isn't cynicism, that's discernment. As men mature, they realize that superficial company drains more energy than solitude ever could. Real talk. Solitary living isn't an unbroken fairy tale. Human beings are wired for connection. Even the most fiercely independent man has those rare Sunday afternoons where the quiet feels a little too heavy. When an old injury acts up or a major life victory happens, and there's no one across the kitchen counter to share it with in that exact second. The difference? A grounded man knows how to sit with that brief ache without panicking. He doesn't rush into a bad situation just to quiet a temporary moment of silence. He knows that loneliness for one evening is vastly better than misery for 30 years. Bottom line, a man peacefully living solo hasn't sworn off love. He has simply raised the standard. And that bar? Higher than ever. He is open to a great partner, someone whose presence brings more joy, warmth, and ease than the peaceful life he built with his own hands. But until that rare person shows up, his solitude remains his sanctuary. If this breakdown gave words to how you navigate your life, or helped you understand a man in your circle who chooses his own path, give this a thumbs up and tap subscribe to join our community. It helps us keep unpacking these unspoken chapters of human psychology together. Which part of this resonated most with your own journey? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be down there with a fresh cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Protect your peace, honor your path, and I'll see you in the next video.